Hello and welcome to the Voice of Rio Grande. I'm Dr. Donna Mitchell. I'm here with my co-host, Dr. Heather Duda. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Donna. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you staying calm this week? You know, it is the last week of classes.
I'm trying. Finals week next week. The students are a little stressed, the faculty are a little stressed, and the deans are a little stressed.
Absolutely. There's so much going on in the next couple of weeks.
The campus is looking festive for the holidays. It's an exciting time at Rio.
It is. Do you have your Christmas shopping done?
About half. That's a sore topic. I have more done this year than usual.
Do you?
Yeah.
I at least got the house decorated. I felt that I managed to do that after Thanksgiving, and so I thought, well, it looks very festive at home, and I'm slowly working towards the Christmas
I'm
lists.
up to 9 trees, so I'm close.
Wow. Well, I feel like an underachiever.
Our Christmas tree on the campus is lit.
It is. It looks beautiful.
And our soccer team is playing at 4 o'clock today.
4 o'clock today. Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
We have a Grand Chorale concert tomorrow in the Fine Arts Auditorium, 7 p.m. It's 100 Years of Broadway. So I'm looking forward to seeing what selections Dr. Williams has chosen for the group this year. And I think that's a lot. Oh, if you're in the Gallipolis area, the Rio Grande storefront is once again open Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays from, is it noon to 7? Yeah, so stop by and check out some of the Rio Grande unique objects that you might want to pick up for your Christmas shopping list.
I've been told it's the best yet. I haven't been there yet, but I will be going this week.
And it's located in the old bank?
Right.
Yeah. So looking forward to going down myself.
Well, in light of the holiday season, everybody's thoughts go to how can I help others? What kind of community service can I do? And so I'm really happy about what we do here on campus with our students, our faculty, our staff, the way we are giving to others in our community and doing some community outreach. So I'm really excited about what we have to share today with our guests about some of the projects that we have going on. And we'll start with our two guests to my right, and that's Jessica McClanahan and Tamar Fulkerson. Welcome to the program.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself before we go into your project?
Well, I am Jessica McClanahan, and I am an intervention specialist major here at the University of Rio Grande, and this would be my junior year. You can go ahead and introduce.
My name is Tamar Fulkerson. I am a second-time senior here at Rio Grande. I actually came back to earn a second bachelor's degree in education. I will be a high school English teacher as long as, you know, we pass the state tests, right? So that's basically it.
What drew you guys to education?
I've always had a heart for it. I love learning, and that's one of the things you have to do as a teacher. You're constantly learning, and just having the opportunity to work with kids and change their lives, it's exciting.
For me, I found that my time spent out of the classroom, I miss the classroom a lot. I miss the classroom discussion, and I love it when a student or a child, for that matter, gets an idea in their head and you can just see it and that connection, and it's just a great moment. So I wanted to be a part of that.
And you said this is your second bachelor's degree?
Yes.
What was your first bachelor's degree?
English, just plain English.
Okay.
So I did that first and graduated in 2010, and now I'm back.
Oh, wonderful.
Do you know a fun story about Tamar? Tamar was in the first class I ever taught when I came to Rio Grande 9 years ago.
Yes. Yes, and I learned a lot from Dr. Duda, so.
Now, you have a project that you would like to share with our listeners, so could you give us a little bit of information about what your project is?
Yes, we did a coat drive for our multicultural education class over in the art education department, and the whole purpose of it was to think globally but act locally. And we had several schools involved in it, and we also had the community involved. And I'll cover the community part. You know, we had a box set up around campus, but we also had a box set up in several other places in like Jackson County and in Guy County. And you know, people were just able to donate clothes, winter clothing, coats, hats, scarves, and gloves that were lightly worn. So
Great.
Yeah. We were trying to involve the schools, and we know that in this area it's kind of difficult for some families to donate, and that's the purpose of the coat drive, is we wanted to provide for the families of this area. So in light of that, we decided to involve the sports teams of the schools. We did the volleyball teams and the football teams of the high schools in Gallia and Jackson County. So in Jackson County, we did Wellston, Jackson, and Oak Hill. And then in Gallia County, we did South Gallia, River Valley, and Gallia Academy. And the one team that raised the most coats got a pizza party. It was the incentive, and it sparked like school rivalry as well, because Wellston and Jackson are always competing, as well as with the Gallia County schools. So we thought by involving them that way, we might get more participation. So that we had boxes set up. The football team, JV and varsity, were to donate, and then as well as the volleyball teams. So and Jackson volleyball team is the one who actually won. They raised the most coats.
Great. So what did you do with the coats and the clothing that you collected?
We ended up donating them back to like Job and Family Services and Child Services in both counties. We split what we collected up and split them between the counties, and so they are going to distribute them to the families who need the winter clothing.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So we actually collected a total of 60 coats.
Wow.
And then I believe it was 7 scarves,
Yes.
correct? And then 1 toboggan. So
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful, yeah.
It was a great starter project. It definitely something that could have eventually been built up on, and I think that's the whole idea of the project, is to get out there and help people, and open up the opportunities for more involvement.
Is this the first time you've done this type of drive, your class?
I
I
Our
think,
class.
yeah, our class. I think every year Dr. Gulati has the multicultural class do a community project, but what they do is up to the class. The class has to determine what to do, how to do it, and they are the ones that drive it. So, and we decided on the code drive as we were getting into winter months. So,
Yes.
That's a great idea.
Absolutely.
It's surprising to me how many children don't have coats.
Yes.
yeah.
And so that's such a great service when we can provide coats to children.
Yeah, and it was actually, my son actually came home with a note from school saying, if you don't have a coat, let us know. So that just reinforced that they are in need, so it was a good thing to do.
That way you knew that they really were going to
Yeah.
the intended parties. So that's good.
Yeah.
What did you learn from this project, or what was the greatest satisfaction from the project?
I think the amount of coats and the amount of time that we
Yes.
collected was the best, because we only ran the coat drive for about a month. It was like the second week of October into the second week of November. And just in that short amount of time, we were able to collect 60 coats. And not all of them were new. Some of them looked newer than others, but they still had a lot of wear in them. So
Great.
It's wonderful.
Do you hope that next year's class continues this project?
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, maybe not, we want them to make their project unique as well, but it'd be great to see that being built up on that way, more coats, more clothing, because that is something that not, like what we said, not every child or student has a coat, and so many times you'll be out on recess and you'll see kids running around without a coat on, and it's cold outside. So that's something that I'd like to see grow.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate you being here to share with us today, and we appreciate what you've done for the community. It's a great service, and I'm sure it makes you feel good to
Yeah,
think
it
about the
does.
good
Yes.
you've done.
yes, it does.
Thank you
you.
guys
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Yes,
Thank you.
thanks.
And good luck with your programs and your degrees, and happy holidays.
Thank you.
too.
Thanks. One of the other things we do here on campus that involves community outreach is the Masterworks Chorale. The Masterworks Chorale is a joint choral experience between students here on campus as well as community members. I know it has been going on for a while. I've had the opportunity of singing a couple of times in the chorale. We recently, last week I believe it was, performed Benjamin Britten's Ceremony of Carols. We thought that for the holiday season, we'd like to showcase one of the performances of the Masterworks Chorale. This is a 2014 performance in the fall semester of Handel's Messiah. We're going to show the performance of the Hallelujah Chorus. So please enjoy this selection from the Masterworks Chorale.
How beautiful that was, Heather.
Oh, I always love to hear Handel's Messiah in any format, but certainly the Masterworks Chorale does a phenomenal job. So I was glad. Thank you, Dr. Williams, Saren Williams, for allowing us to borrow the performance from a couple of years ago.
We have another guest with us now, Kayla Buttry. And
Hello.
Kayla is here to provide information about another community service that is being provided on campus. Welcome, and we're glad you joined us today.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a social work major. I have been going to the University of Rio Grande since 2010, but I took a break in between there. So I have been back since 2015. I am the president of the LGBTQ&A here on campus. I work on campus. I'm here all the time. Oh, and I have a sociology minor.
Okay, wonderful.
What drew you to social work?
Most of my family is nurses. And when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, of course, I got, well, be a nurse. And I can remember looking at my mom and saying, well, I want to help people, but in a different way. And I really wanted to, in my definition, be a problem solver. So I thought this would be the right way to go.
Great.
That's wonderful. Tell us a little bit about the project that you sponsor or your organization sponsors.
The LGBT is donating to the Serenity House, which is in Gallipolis. It is a home that helps women and children who are victims of domestic abuse. They offer them. They do laundry. They have food for them. They have books for the children. And so we kind of assumed that right now, especially coming close to Christmas, that they are someone that could definitely use some help.
So what sorts of things do you do?
We are donating goods. So I found out about the house and knew that I wanted to help them, that all of us talked about it. We thought it was a great idea. So instead of kind of coming up with things to do for them, I actually called them and said, is there anything you need? What can we do to help you? And they listed some goods like laundry detergent, bleach, bath soap, shampoo, things that we all consider very basic and probably even take for granted. And gave us a list of those things. And I was even like, well, would you like toys for the kids? Would you? And they were like, no, we really just need those things to take care of everyone. So we are gathering all of those things.
If somebody wants to help out and donate, where and when and what is the deadline? Do you have a cutoff date?
We are taking everything to them this Friday.
Okay.
So anytime before then, we have several members, so you can, Benji Davies in Fine Arts, he is our advisor. He has been letting us use his office as where we can cram everything until Friday. So he is always so helpful if anybody wants to drop anything by him. I have also told everyone I work in both the bookstore and Grand Central. If you see me, feel free to bring it to me. Anybody who has any questions, I tell them my Facebook phone number. They can just meet up with me, and we will take anything that they would like to donate. So.
Okay. But really, you're focusing on laundry detergent, bleach, soap.
Bath soap, lotion, paper towels.
Okay.
Toilet paper. Feminine products, body wash, things like the toiletries mostly, toothbrush, toothpaste, stuff like that.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, Professor Davies' office is in the Fine Arts building. I also would like to offer my office. I am in Wood Hall, room 223. So if you can't get to Fine Arts, you can't get to Kayla, please feel free and drop things by my office. What time will you be taking things on Friday so they know what the deadline is?
I will be taking them around 1 o'clock on Friday. But if anybody needs to meet a little later than that, I can wait around for a little bit, but I would like to have it to them by 5 o'clock.
Okay. So we could say, at least in my office, definitely get the items to my office if you want to use that as a drop-off point by 10 a.m. on Friday, and that is Friday, December 2nd. And so hopefully there is a really good amount of items to take.
We hope you'd have to make 2 trips instead of 1.
Yes.
We're hoping. One of the sororities, the Zocs, I think it is, gave us an incredible donation. We have had friends from Columbus donate, so we're hoping to grace them with a wonderful Christmas gift.
Great. Do you foresee this as being a sustainable event that you will continue to do as the semesters go by?
I would like to. Our group really wants to be involved in the community. We don't have too many members, so we're doing as much as the couple of us can. But we have talked about doing different things for even different seasons. So yeah, we definitely hope that this can continue, and hopefully after I graduate, somebody else feels as passionate about it as I do.
That's wonderful.
One of the things that I really like about both of these groups that I've heard is they're keeping the items local. It is important for global outreach, certainly, and there are many communities around the world that can use our help, but it's also nice when our students can participate in local needs as well.
Well, thank you for joining us today
you.
and
Thank
sharing
you.
your activities, and it's wonderful that you're providing that service.
Thank you.
So
Thank you for
thank you
having
so
me.
much.
Thank you.
Heather, another activity that we have is with our nursing students, and this is a project that's been going on now for a number of years. I would say maybe 10 years. And what we call it is Open Your Heart to a Child. So I have the heart, and what we do is we write on this heart what the child needs. We get information from a local school, and it's a middle school, and they will not give us names, but they'll say Family A, Child 1, and they'll give us sizes, and they'll say, the child likes makeup, or the child likes camo. Every time I read the list, it brings tears to my eyes, because sometimes the children ask for socks, undergarments, a toboggan. The requests are so minor, but yet the children are so happy and so thankful for what they get. So when we get the requests, we put one item on a heart. Because as we know, college students are not extremely wealthy. And so sometimes the students would like to help, but they just don't have a lot of funds. I handed the hearts out this week, and I have to say in 2 days, every heart was gone.
Oh,
and so
that's
we've taken
wonderful.
5 families. Some of the families have as many as 6 children.
Wow.
Some of them range in age from 9 months up to about 13 or 14 years old. We've found that the children who are 12, 13, 14 are not taken as quickly as the younger children because people think it's fun to buy for little children, but maybe not middle school children. So we gather these hearts. The students will have this week to buy the gifts. They will bring them back to the school with their heart, so we can place the heart with the gift. And then we will load all of those up and take those to the school. When they get to the school, the guidance counselor will call the parents. Parents will come and get the gifts. The parents have no idea who donated the gifts. The children think that the gifts, either if they're young children, they think they came from Santa Claus, and if they're older children, they think they came from mom and dad. The students have such a sense of pride in this project. It's something that I started one year and didn't really know if it would continue, but it has really, really taken off. I think we have a picture, this was last year,
Wow.
of some of the gifts that we collected to take to the school.
Wow.
I have an SUV, and typically when I take these gifts, it takes at least 2 trips, and my SUV is piled from the floor to the ceiling, and the only place to sit is the driver's seat. One year I had to take them in my convertible, and it was snowing, so I had to put the top down to get all the gifts out. So it's fun to see the gifts come in, and it's fun to see the students so proud of what they've bought. Many times they'll come in and say, "Look, do you think this is okay?" And they only ask for shoes, but I got boots as well. So I think it's a wonderful opportunity to give back, and again, as you said before, it stays in the community. So it's within our 4-county area, and there have been several schools that have reached out to us, and each time they do, we try to meet the need in that school. And each time it seems like we take a few more students, a few more families, and meet the needs. The other thing that to me is so moving about this project is that I've never had a student fail to bring their gift. I always am a little nervous toward the end because I've got 5 gifts not here or 6 gifts not here, and I'm always willing to go and make up the difference. But some of the students come right at the last minute, but all of the gifts have come in, and the people at the school are so appreciative when they see me trying to bring in all of the stacks of gifts.
That's wonderful. I am so pleased at how important giving is to our campus community, and how much our students, who are so busy this time of year with their own classes and final exams and final papers and their own family
Right.
gatherings, their own decorating and holiday whatever they're doing, that they can find time and find it in their hearts to give back and to just share the holiday spirit with others. It just makes me really proud of our campus community and our students and our faculty and our staff. And you know, I know that we have only just hit a couple of these kind of outreach opportunities. I have no doubt that there are lots more happening on this campus that we have not highlighted today, and probably within the communities themselves as well.
Yes, I know in my college there are food drives that they do for local food banks. And there are drives that they do for other supplies. We've had drives for soldiers to send gifts at Christmas time for soldiers. And typically the soldiers will ask for gifts for the children of the area rather than for themselves.
Oh,
So
that's
we've
nice.
done a variety of things, and it's so moving. I had one student who said, the child asked for pants. Am I limited to 1 pair? I was like, no. If you'd like to purchase more than 1 pair of pants for your child, that's fine as well. So it's been a great opportunity to look and see what's going on across campus and how we're reaching out to the community
Yeah.
and making an impact and making a difference.
We are. And that's, I think, one of the most rewarding opportunities is it's sometimes what we do for ourselves when we reach out that can be so moving and stays with us for a long time.
I think we get more out of it than the people who receive the gift.
I think that there's a lot of truth in that. So what are you looking forward to in the holidays?
A little bit of rest. That won't happen until after Christmas.
I agree. It's always a nice time to take a bit of the day and read a book or enjoy family and friends.
I have 2 books waiting for me.
Oh, yeah?
I can't wait to read for fun.
I think that there are a couple of shows that I plan to binge watch. So along with the reading, I really want to watch a couple of shows on Netflix.
Sounds like a plan. We thank you for tuning in to see Voice of Rio Grande, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next month.
See you then.
Thank you.